Welcome everybody to another Sunday night of racing with the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series, Season 13, round number 9, here at the very wide 2-mile track of Michigan International, presented by MaxspeedTV. Quite a few drivers out here tonight. It looks like 25, so a pretty good sized field. We do have, it looks like, one watching right now, but I'm assuming that number will go up as we get closer and closer to the race. But I've already got the pre-race analytics pulled up here, and the track temp just continues to go up. When I got in here, it was 99 degrees, and well, it's 103 right now. So it is getting a little slick and a little hot out there. An air temp of 75 and a little bit of a wind out there too, at about 6-7 miles an hour. They are going to be pulling 100 laps here tonight, 200 miles, a total of 4 sets. 3 behind the wall, 75% fuel. It is going to be close to the stage. I don't know how they're going to manage it. We might have a splash and go, or somebody may try and save a few laps. Well, like always, Robbie Darnell is going to make it close. So it's going to be close here tonight. Now, pit road here is 55 miles an hour with a pace speed of 70. Let's go ahead and get down here to the point standings coming into tonight with about coming down to about 6 minutes left to go here in practice. Right now, Michael Yalro is the quickest in practice with a 38.879. We'll look more of that here in a minute. Gary Slapinski over the top at 300. Jeff Gilmore in second at 282. 18 behind the leader. Jason Adams up 2 spots into third at 269. 31 behind the leader and 13 behind Jeff. Brandon Hartwell down a spot into fourth at 264. 36 behind the leader and 5 behind Jason. Isaiah Sutherland also up 2 spots, cracking the top 5 and 5th at 262. 38 behind the leader and 2 behind Brandon. And Kyle Heath down 2 spots in the 6th. 258, 42 behind the leader and 4 behind Isaiah. Brian Huntley Jr. up 3 into 7th, 239. 61 behind the leader and 19 behind Kyle. Robbie Darnell is going to stay where he's at in 8th at 233. 67 behind the leader and 6 behind Brian. Chris Paff down 3 spots into 9th, 223. 77 behind the leader and 10 behind Robbie. Jimmy Colbensperger, he is going to crack the top 10 here, up the spot into 10th at 207. 93 behind the leader and 16 behind Chris. Larry Blair up 2 spots inside of the top 12 in 11th at 206. 94 behind the leader and 1 behind Colbensperger. Philip Bridgman up to 12th, or is going to stay where he's at in 12th at 203. 97 behind the leader and 3 behind Larry. Brad Delph down 4 spots into 13th at 199, still in the top 16. 101 behind the leader and 4 behind Philip. Kevin Roy up a spot into 14th at 196. 104 behind the leader and 3 behind Brad. Michael Yalro down a spot into 15th. 194, 106 behind the leader and 2 behind Kevin. And Zach Aduchier going to be up 5 spots, cracking the top 16. Man, what a move by Zach. But right now, if the cutoff was last week, he would be in the round of 16. But we've still got a few races to go. He's set at 170. 130 behind the leader and 24 behind Michael Yalro. Jump over to chat here real quick. Hang on a minute. All right, well, we've got 2 watching, down to under 4 minutes to go here in practice, and Michael Yalro is still leading here. If I can get the driver bar up here real quick. There it is right there. We're looking at we're looking at Michael right now in the 99. Clifton Ashley in P2. Jason Adams, P3 currently, and Matthew Hunsaker, who we was just on. He is actually right behind Michael. Right now, Matthew in 4th, and Braden Hartwell in 5th here in practice. And they've been doing some 3-wide action out here tonight. I've been watching the number 10 of Clifton Ashley, and he is still sitting on pit road, but yeah, there was some 3-wide action going on with him and a few other drivers. I think Isaiah was in the mix, Robbie, and the 13 of Kyle Heath. So we'll see how the race is tonight. And I do expect some 3 wide, possibly even a 4 and 5 wide, maybe later on in the race. We'll see if they go 3 wide early, but we are coming down to 2.5 minutes here, folks. We're going to go ahead and step aside and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. Hang tight, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Qualifying is underway here tonight. Times are rolling in, and right now it looks like Isaiah up at the top. Robbie Darnell, P2 right now. John Held just went into 3. Lifton Ashley 4th. Calvin Miller 5th. Larry Blair in 6th. Still waiting for some more drivers to put in their first lap. Kyle Heath. Looks like Larry Blair just went into 7th. So we got Kyle Heath, Joshua Small at the exit of pit road. We got Hunsaker out on track. David Cassidy, Gary Slapinski, Philip Bridgman, Chris Paff, and Kyle Both is actually out in Chad here tonight, but they'll be more concentrating on racing here once we get things going. Brad Delph out here on track. Jeff Gilmore. It looks like Kyle Heath P2 right now. Everybody's ready to rock and roll here, folks. How about y'all? 9 watching, 7 likes. Hey, I'd say it looks like he is done. If he's able to hold on to it, or if Kyle is going to be able to take it. Doesn't look like Kyle is going to be able to. So let's get back down here with Joshua Small. Now, David Cassidy just went into 3rd. Jeff Gilmore 6th. Matthew Hunsaker 7th. They'll have Small. Got Gary. Brandon Hartwell looks like is moving out here tonight. Chris Paff, I was just on him. He just moved. He went up into 11th. Brad Delph in 10th. Watching Gary and Cameron right now. That would be Cameron Smith. Cameron actually just started his first lap with it coming down to about a minute to go here. He's gonna have to, he'll probably get 1 lap, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to get his 2 laps in. Gary Slapinski is coming across the stripe here, and that's gonna put him with a 39.201. That is going to put him in P2. Chris Paff. Whoa, Brad Delph just went up into P3, knocking Kyle back to P4. Down to the final 38 seconds. And Brandon Hartwell, it looks like, is not going to attempt it. So we got Robert Chiswick, Ryan Messer, Paul Buzz Cohen, John Henderson, Kevin Roy, Brandon Hartwell, Michael Yarrow, Jim Comensberger, Terry DeGay, and Mike Rhino not qualifying. Joshua Small just went into 7th, but it is going to be Isaiah Sutherland here, folks, grabbing the pole out here tonight at Michigan. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Isaiah down here. Maybe if I can find him. There he is. Alrighty, Isaiah. Well, you're going to grab the pole out here tonight, but Michigan, very wide, fast track, a very wide track. Well, you know the drill, man. Talk about it. What do you got to do to, well, survive? Isaiah?
Yeah, I got you, Josh.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you got to do to survive out here, man? Very wide, very fast track, drafting track. Talk about it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised it got the pole. I'm usually not. I'm usually a top 10 qualifier, but that's about it. So, but honestly, tires are going to be a big deal tonight. So I'm going to try to, you know, even though I got the pole, I don't mean to go win the race. We find that out every week. So try to save some of my tire, make it to the end, hopefully get a good finish tonight.
Well, usually Michigan don't use up some tires, but I think a combination of maybe the setup and the heat out there on track out here tonight might play a factor into that.
Oh yeah, definitely trending on the tight side. So I don't like a tight car, but we'll see. That might change throughout the race. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. The pole is nice. I like it, but that's not everything. So looking forward to the race and hopefully keep it clean tonight.
Alrighty, Isaiah. Well, congratulations on the pole and good luck tonight, bud.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep. All right, well, let's go ahead and get them on the grid out here tonight. We'll start with Isaiah here, the MaxspeedTV starting grid. Of course, Isaiah grabbing the pole with a 39.134. Gary Slapinski up into that second spot. Brad Dell third, Kyle Heath fourth. Rounding out the top 5 in qualifying is David Cassidy. Phillip Bridgman in 6th. Cameron Smith 7th. Joshua Small in 8th. Robbie Darnell 9th. And Chris Paff rounding out our top 10. Jason Adams in 11th. Jeff Gilmore in 12th. Matthew Hunsaker 13th. John Hill 14th. Clifton Ashley 15th. Calvin Miller in 16th. Larry Blair 17th. That's the qualifiers. It's going to stack the non-qualifiers up like this. Michael Yarrow in 18th, Brandon Hartwell 19th, and Mike Rhino in 20th, Ron Messer 21st, Jim Coleman-Sperger 22nd, Kevin Roy 23rd, Paul Buzz Cohen 24th, Gary DeGay 25th, John Henderson in 26th, and Robert Bob Chiswick will round it out here in 27th. Does look like a few drivers did not grid. Ryan Messer and Paul Buzz Cohen. Who do we have in chat right now? Nobody's talking. We do have 8 watching and 8 likes, though, so doing good on that span of things. Alrighty, on the backstretch here at Michigan. Pull those belts tight, folks. One more time. We are going to dive down into turn number 3 here. Isaiah will have to wait on the initial green here, and I will explain that after we get going. That Geico restart zone can be a little tricky, but the initial green, with the initial start, has to be on green. Isaiah cannot jump it. And out of turn number 4, that pace car has dove off to the safety of pit road. There it goes. See the little blue line there. That is the Geico restart zone. But Isaiah jumped it. There's the green. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight at Michigan. And I wonder if they got the green before I did. I'm live. I know I'm live. But here we go. We'll see if it gave Isaiah a black flag there. I mean, he is running that inside line. Gary is on the far outside. We'll see what happens to Isaiah. Hey, his speed is not dropping. Oh, yep, there he goes. Yep, he's having to come down pit road. Oh, no. I figured that would happen. There goes Gary. He will lead the first lap here tonight. I think it just bit Isaiah Sutherland. I've seen that happen too many times on the start of the race. You can't do that. Oh, man. I know Dave Bush is not here, so I guess if that was the case, I guess we're going to have to give the Bonehead Trophy here tonight early on to Isaiah Sutherland. Ugh. Not what you want to do on the very start of the race. Isaiah is still there. I don't know how long they hold for. Was that a 30? Yeah, that was a 30-second hold. Ouch. That just put him a lap down. Now, here's the thing, though. They do stage racing. It's one stage. So if Isaiah just so happens to be the only driver a lap down, one lap down, he will get that lap back, be back on the lead lap. So that's a good thing, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. It did happen early for Isaiah, so hopefully he can get that lap back, get back on the lead lap, and, of course, try to go for the best finish he can. I mean, we're looking at the track here, folks. We've got some movers, some comers and goers. Gary's still leading the front pack. Kyle Heath. There's David Cassidy in the Monster 77. The 40 of Phillip Bridgman is up a spot in the 5th. 22 of Chris Paff right behind him. We go back a little bit further, about a half a second. Jeff Gilmore, Joshua Small hanging out right where he started early in 8th. 88 of Smith. Here comes Robbie Darnell in the 44. Going to put some pressure on that 88. Not going to really do much right now. I think Robbie's just buying his time. Well, the 88 kind of slipped up there a little bit. 44 got a run. There goes the 44. Back a little bit further to Michael Yarrow. He's got some company behind him. There is the 83 of Matthew Hunsaker, the 72 of John Held, the 25 of Brandon Hartwell, and then behind them going to be Mike Rhino in the 34, the 20 of Calvin Miller, and Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Henderson. I don't know why I called him Anderson. John Henderson. I think it's because I know an iRacer that his name is John Anderson. Got Larry Blair, Jim Comensberger, Kevin Roy, Robert Chiswick, Terry DeGay, and then, of course, Isaiah back here, kind of running through the field a little bit. So far, so good. Major incidents. No, I would say no major screw-ups, but we've already seen one. I hate keep bringing that up, but oh, somebody popped the wall there, and that was the 22 of Mr. Path. Chris popping the wall. I'm doing all right, bud. How you doing, Brandon? Watching and commentating on some good old-fashioned Michigan racing. Got some side-by-side. Don Held, and that was Cameron Smith back here for P13. And you have up toward the front here, just inside of the top 5, Philip Bridgman. There's the 22 of Chris Path. 17, it is David Cassidy, if I can get on him. Brad Delph up to P2 here tonight. So far, so good, though. So far, so good. We got that side-by-side up here, though. You know, the more they race, the further ahead. That guy right there is going to pull away. Man, speeds, they're reaching. Looking at it, just seen 191 miles an hour way back here in the pack. And going on to Gary, down into about 190. Brad Delph at 191. There's a 193 by Calvin Miller. So they're getting up there. All right, going back further, kind of keep an eye on the side-by-sides going on out here. Larry Blair and Matthew Hunsaker there on the inside. You got the Hardee's machine of Jim Comensberger right behind them. Lap 11 of 100 here, folks. 90 more laps to go. Still have a ways to go. This is by far nowhere near over. But now back to that single file stuff, sort of, kind of. Looking at Chris Path again. Out of the inside of the 17 of David Cassidy. Out with D4. P4, see if the 17 can get a run. No, did not get a run, but he's going to try to do a crossover here. Going to go back to the inside. And back down into turn number 1. Got another side-by-side going on back here. Well, that was quick. Got Brandon Hartwell and Jason Adams, as well as the 88 of Smith. I'm going to have to continue to watch this, and I'll do that in the timing screen. And back to single file. They go side by side, and then they'll go back single file. Side by side, back to single file. I think David's trying to maybe save something here, maybe save tires. Isaiah is just coming in and out of turn number, it's 2? Nope, that's 4. Okay, so he's on the front stretch, and our leader is just going out of 2. So Isaiah still is okay from going another lap down. Sarah! There she is. Getting on, watching Phillip. Good wrench 40 with a Bass Pro Shop machine too. Oh, we're doing. Carol, we're doing good out here, except for the little hiccup there at the beginning. Not by me, wasn't my fault. Isaiah made a big boo-boo, I think. He jumped the initial start of the race. It went just a little bit too early, and yeah, he had to go into pit road and 32nd hole. Okay, Phillip. Oh, what Phillip's doing. Phillip doing Phillip things. Lifting Ashley. 15th to 11th. And now he's back to 12th. John Held gets around him. Robbie Darnell. Not really seeing a whole lot of action right now. Cal Heath, though, is in P2. All right, like I say, Carol is in P2. I got to get back up here. I had to hold my dog from running out the door. Sorry about that. Oh, here comes Clifton. E10. Phillip Bridgman. Robbie is just right up ahead of Clifton, Phillip, and John Held, the 88 and 25. Smith and Hartwell doing a little bit of battling of their own. Hey, 11 likes here tonight, folks. We've still got 9 watching. We can bust that 15, 20 like mark here tonight. I think we can do it. Well, looks like Terry DeGay is coming down pit road. Hey. Maybe they cannot make it without having to pit. I mean, this is a 2-mile track. It's not a mile and a half. Going to a rear chase. Looking backwards from David Cassidy, who is in P4. A bunch of single file. See the side-by-side going on back there as well. V2 here. And Brandon Hartwell, as well as, was at the 10. That is Clifton Ashley. Larry, whoa, what happened to Larry? Okay, what happened to Larry? He's like gone. Like gone. As in, like he is not even in iRacing. He is in Discord, but he's not in iRacing. He just poofed. He's a poofer. Oh no. Well, hopefully he can get back in here. Oh, and he is a lap down, so ouch. Did he just lose connection? I believe that might have been the issue. Not sure, but if he lost connection, it sounded like he would drop from Discord as well, unless he just got kicked out of iRacing, which that does happen from time to time. Jason Adams, Ashley, well, that's the 40. That's Philip Bridgman. Sorry about that. And John Henderson. And we've got a caution. Is out. Where did that hat come from? Ooh. Matthew Hunsaker, maybe? No, hang on. Let me see if this is where it happened at. Well, this is going to change things. Yep, that's exactly where it happened at. With the 11 of Jim Comensberger. Get a chase view on this. Let's take a look. Ooh, pulling it back a little bit. Somebody come up. Somebody come down. Yep. Up there, there's the contact. 11 went down and then comes right back up. And then they collect again. 11 shoots back up onto the track. Oh, and somehow the 12 missed it by a nose hair. Oh, man. We're gonna check that out. Oh, that was close. That was Kevin Roy here, folks, just missing him by a nose hair. So as we see, you see that? Gee, did he really miss him? Oh, no, he did get a piece of him. Ouch. So he didn't miss him. Right there, pop. Like a little glitching going on there, too. So, okay, so he did not miss it. He got a piece of it. Ouch. Oh, good thing we got a closer look at that. That would have been a terrible call. Well, let's see. Like the top 13 did not come down pit road, and everybody else did. We'll see if maybe they decide to come down this time. Guess we'll find out. No, it don't look like it. All right, well, let me see here. Man. Well, Isaiah is back on the lead lap. I want to talk to Small here really quickly. All right, Joshua Small, real quickly, but man, it was an awesome green flag run there. Man, talk about it real quick. How is the racetrack?
Oh, well, it's pretty Pretty good. It's a little slick right now, but it seems to be doing pretty good. Hopefully, we should have some longer runs.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we're gonna be coming up on that stage here pretty soon. So good luck down there, bud. I know we're coming out of 2 right now. I know you guys are getting ready to go back green. Good luck, man. Maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of the race here tonight. You just never know.
Yeah, that's right. You never know. I'm gonna give it one heck of a try, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that was Joshua Small. Started at 8th, running in 7th. He's going to have Robbie Darnell to his outside, it looks like. Maybe, it might even be the 14. No, it's the 44. All right, back up front. Now, Gary Slapinski will be in control. Once Gary enters the Geico restart zone, he can go at any time. The 13 has got to stay back. If not, the 13 could get that dreadful black flag. So we're going to watch it. 13 is giving him plenty of room. He is going to keep it tight, though. Keep it close. Geico restart zone. Gary is on the loud pedal, and we are backing away here tonight for the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Season 13, Round 9, here at Michigan. Doesn't look like Gary is okay, Kyle's okay, and I'm sure Isaiah is still biting himself right now. But Gary has led all the laps so far. A quarter of the way through here tonight. Lap 26 of 100. 26 of 36. Have to complete lap 35 for the stage. 35 being the white flag. 36 being the checkered flag for the stage. And somebody else just got into the wall back here. Let's see who that was. I think it might have been the 10 of Clifton Ashley. Might have been the 83 as well. Here we go with that 3 wide stuff. Hey, Blue Moon Matthew, does he have new tires? Yeah, I think he's got new tires. And boy, he is eating up everybody right now. Started pretty much in the back, maybe mid-pack. Now he's up to 5th. He is going to, I think he's going to get around the 22. Once that door, yep, see, here he goes. He might get a twofer. He might get around the 17 of Cassidy as well. Oh, no, 83 got a little loose there, but he is going to get around that 22. Now he's got his eyes set. Now he's got his eyes set on that 17 of David Cassidy. And just look at that. Man, the 83 of Matthew hammering down. He is not backing off. He's going to use, I think, every bit of those tires he's got. He's got a pretty good shot now at winning the stage. He's got to get around Kyle and Gary, though, and hope that there's not another caution before the stage. I think another caution here. Tara, Brendan, I think another caution, and all 10 of you out there tuning in. If there's another caution, I think that would screw up Matthew's strategy call right now. You know, going ahead and taking a set of tires, running down these guys, passing them, and he is right behind Kyle Heath. I mean, he has caught up now to our top 2, and he has got to figure out a way safely to get around the 13 and the 78. They're not, there's the caution. There it is, folks. Now, where did that happen at? Oh, the boss man. Oh, he's smoking like Snoop Dogg here tonight. Yes, I said it. Not the way Robbie's race needed to be. And nope, right there it was. I don't know if Robbie knew that 22 was there, because as we're looking at it here, I'm going to go to a chase view and then turn the camera. He is coming to the inside of the 22. And looks like 22 is coming down, but 44 is going up as well at the same time. So both of them changing lanes, but then there's the contact, not clear. 22 and the 44 goes up into the wall. And look at the damage on the 22 right front. And then another hit by the 22 to the 44. Oh, man. And like I said, folks, Robbie Darnell looking like Snoop Dogg here tonight. Gonna have to use that reset, unfortunately. Man, it's still too early to use that. But with a blown engine, that's all you can do. You have to use it. Now, Gary Slapinski. Oh, Gary, not going to come down pit road? No, Gary is not. Oh, man, I want to talk to Matthew here. Is he in? Yeah. Ugh. A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I, J, K, L. No, Matthew. But Matthew Hunsaker is not in Discord, so I cannot talk to Matthew. But I can, however, talk to Cassidy. Alrighty, David, your race is looking like running pretty smooth as of right now. But now you're talking to me, so we'll see what happens. Man, started in 5th, you're in 4th. We've had some early cautions here, bud. How you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. A little tight there, so just trying to cut back on the corners there a little bit to try to get it to turn, and just waiting for the stage.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be finishing this out here under, well, we're going to go green again, so hopefully we can get it under green. But I think right now everybody is really on pins and needles because now everybody's just going to go. So, you know, whatever happens, happens. How do you manage that, knowing that you got Matthew Hunsaker now, who is on, you know, fresh tires. He's only been out here 8 laps, and he ran down everybody, including Gary and Kyle. How do you keep Matthew from getting up there around Gary and Kyle, even though you're right behind him, or going to be beside him, I should say?
I'm probably just going to let him do his own thing. I'm just going to try to take it easy there. On the last restart, I got a little bit of a tire spin there, so I'm hoping I don't do that again and stack up the whole field, but we'll see what happens.
Yep, we're going to see what happens because you guys are getting the one to go right now, man. The Monster Energy 17 looking pretty sharp out there, man. Keep it up and keep it clean.
Hey, thanks.
Uh-huh. All right. Yeah, Tara. Ugh. That's what I say. Ugh. All right, lap 32. We'll hit 33. Got to get back up front, though. Gary and Kyle have not pitted, so we're going to watch for it like David is worried about. Tire spin can definitely happen on old tires. Can happen on new tires, too. You know who's in the catbird seat, though, and I keep talking about him? That iRacing 83 of Matthew Hunsaker. 78-13 screw up. 83 is going to pounce. And he might even pounce before then. All right. Pace car with Bob once again through the safety of pit road. Once Gary enters that Geico restart zone, he can go. Better not jump it, though. But 31 laps of the 100 here. He better be careful, because he's got a screaming snake behind him in the 83. Geico restart zone. Ooh, Gary spinning him a little bit. Not too much. Good start. Good restart here by Gary and company. Now we're going to have to watch, though, because we might have some 3-wide action going on, and I wouldn't count out Matthew Hunsaker doing that again. He's got to get up to speed, though. How much tire does he have left? I think David Cassidy is just going to do his thing, though. And David's got company, too. Oh, man, the 25 and Brandon Hartwell all over his tail. Here comes Brad Delph. Now the 25 looking to the inside of the 17. That would be for P4. Get a caution now, folks. Get a caution now, folks. That will do it for the stage. And Matthew Hunsaker, he will get around the 13. Now he's got to get around the 78, and he's going to do it. Matthew to the lead. Can he hold it? White flag, next time by for the stage. What is Gary thinking? So, with this time by, lap 35, white flag is in the air for the stage. Get a caution now, it's over. Right now, I believe Matthew Hunsaker, he may just do it. He already has led a lap. Gary, I don't think is going to push the issue unless he gets a shot. But, yeah, I think tires right there with Gary. I think he just did a little bit too much. Down into 3. We'll find out. Yep, Gary, I don't think Gary's going to be able to get up to the 83 unless the 83 screws up majorly out of 4. But it is going to be across the stripe here tonight, folks. Matthew Hunsaker grabbing the stage here tonight for the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Season 13, round number 9. There's the caution. We are going to get a, since I can't talk to Hunsaker, we will talk to probably Gary or Kyle due to the fact that they were up front and Matthew just ran them down. So, well, he pretty much ran down everybody, I should say. They are going to catch up to the pace car here. We will let them pit before we bring up, oh man, either Kyle or Gary. I haven't made up my mind yet. It might be Gary. Right now he has led the most laps. And it gives me a chance to pick on him. All right, they are coming down pit road, but once again, congratulations to Matthew Hunsaker in the 83 for grabbing the stage win. He did not come down pit road, but everybody else did. Everybody all behind him. Kyle, Gary, looks like Brandon Hartwell, Jeff Gilmore, okay. Like some of these guys had already pitted. Jeff, he pitted about 7 laps ago, and I know I still have that stage thing up, but and it switches every time. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and grab Gary here. He is coming off of pit road. Let's go ahead and get him down here. Well, Gary Slapinski, that call there that you and Kyle made, you know, to stay out, you know, during those cautions, bud. I ain't going to say it hurt you too bad, but it looked like from up here it kind of hurt you because Matthew did come down pit road, and he was like a screaming meanie out there. He ran all of y'all down. How was the tires at that point?
It was pretty tight. It definitely. If you got on it just a little too early, she'll drive up and hit that wall. So it's pretty tight tonight. Oh, you gotta take care of it.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm looking at it right now, and that was 63.87. That's bad thing.
Oh, yeah, kind of burnt them up
Right.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was, yeah, kind of burned them up there a little bit. Well, you know, stages are done, man. Now it's go time. Yet again, how you feeling knowing now what you can and can't do?
I feel pretty good. I think being out front could be the winning race move here, but I'll try to get it up front. If not, I'll just settle where I'm at here. Got some cars in front of me, so I got fresh tires, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, I'm looking at it here. You're looking to make it 3 in a row here as well. So no pressure, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, no pressure. Me and Kyle working together there, too. He was going for it there, and it was close.
Yeah, it was. And I think this is going to be a close ending here tonight. I don't think it's going to be, you know, just hammered out and go and separated. I think you guys are going to get heated up here.
It'll be fun. You watch.
Yes, it will. All righty, Gary. Well, good luck down there, buddy.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll get maybe Kyle up here a little bit later. I'm sure we're going to probably run into a few more cautions out here tonight. Looks like Larry Blair did leave Discord. But Matthew Hunsaker will be getting us going. Now he is in control once he enters the Geico restart zone. Jeff Gilmore will have to give him the room and the space, but he can make it time. But Matthew has got to do something. He's got to go. The green comes out, it's all ball game. Anybody can go. They are getting really tight. Oh, bumping and banging back there in the back. Geico restart zone. Matthew on the loud pedal. We are green again here tonight at Michigan. Alrighty, folks, we're getting closer to the crank it up here tonight. Yes, I do have one for Michigan. And ATVO doing its ATVO things again here. Sometimes I hate this daggum program. Oh, really tight there with the 20 and the 13. That is Calvin Miller and Kyle Heath. And now the 44. Boy, that 20 is making a run now. 16th to 3rd. Third, fourth, he's battling the 44-13. 3 wide behind them. Gary on the inside. The 11 of Jim Coleman'sberger. And that is the 17 of David Cassidy on the outside. Oh, definitely can go 3 wide. Michael Yarrow. Haven't really talked much about the 99. Now he was up toward the front. And then he kind of fell backwards a little bit here. He's back into 14th. Started 18th. He didn't start in the back. But Michael, one of those drivers, he just buys his time. He doesn't really press the issue early on. You know who's pressing the issue now on the boss man? Yeah, well, that's the 13 of Kyle Heath. Don't wreck the boss man, Kyle. 3 wide again, folks. Oh, golly, we're going to have 4 wide. We better not. Oh, it's getting tight, getting close. Oh, the 20. Whoa, something. That was Calvin Miller. Something happened to Calvin. Contact was made somewhere. Come on. All right, we're going to go back here and see. Okay, so here's Calvin. Oh, it might have been the 14. The 21. Oh, 14 right there. 14 might have got into the wall a little bit. Oh, man, I don't know. I know there was contact. Let's get a chase view of this. We got it paused. Let's go ahead and take a look here. 14. No, 14 does not hit the wall. And, ooh, maybe a come down, come up situation with 14 trying to stay off that wall. That's what happened back here, but there's no caution for it. Calvin just keeps on going. He doesn't go around, but he does take a lick into that wall. We're getting back up toward the front here. Still got the action up front. Isaiah Sutherland. Now battling Jim here. 17 of David, 13 of Kyle. Like the 10 of Calvin, or Clifton Ashley. Just outside of the top 5, battling here for 6th. He will get around the 11. David up there in the 17 doing a little bit of Christmas blinking up here. Well, Jeff Gilmore did have the lead for 5 laps, but look who's back up front. Yeah, that is the 78 of Gary Slapinski. And here comes Kyle as well to the inside of the 75. That's going to put Jeff back into 3rd with the 17 of Cassidy in 4th. And Isaiah trying to get around David, not going to be able to do it. He's going to have to duck right in front of that 10 and right behind the 17 here. Right, well, let's check on the other drivers. We've got a lot of single file. 40 and the 72, John Held and Philip Bridgman. Right behind them, Matthew Hunsaker and Joshua Small. And Chris Path on the 83. 3 wide quickly, the 83 and 34. That was Matthew Hunsaker and the 34 of Mike Rhino. Brandon Hartwell, Jim Coleman-Sperger. All right, well, before we get to the halfway mark, we've had a total of 3 cautions. One of those was the stage, 9 caution laps, so technically 2 regular cautions, and then, of course, the stage caution. 53 laps to go, and 3 lead changes here tonight. Now that I've done that, we're going to go ahead and, before halfway, do some switcheroonie with ATVO. Get it back up and running. We are on the 25. Give me a second to get that back up here. Well, if it'll ever launch, there it goes. Not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I wanted, right there. Right. Gary, Kyle, David, Isaiah, Clifton, Brandon, Michael, Jim, Brad, Sean, rounding out our top 10. Jeff Gilmore, Philip Bridgman, Chris Paff, Mike Rhino, and Robbie Darnell, rounding out our top 15 with Joshua Small coming around that 44 now. Jason Adams, 17th, Calvin Miller, 18th, Kevin Roy, 19th, and Robert Chiswick in 20th. Cameron Smith, 21st, John Henderson, 22nd, 2 laps down. Harry DeGay, 23rd, 3 laps down. Matthew Hunsaker and Larry Blair. Well, we lost Larry, and Matthew is gone now. Well, that stinks. Watching Isaiah. Battling the 17 of David, 4P3. We got some battling back here with Mike Rhino and Philip Bridgman. And John Held, Jim Coleman-Sperger. They're doing a little bit of battling of their own. We got a few battles going on. Nothing too major, as in like 3, 4, 5, 6 wide, but still yet, nevertheless, we're going to have to continue to watch it. Alrighty, folks. Well, are they close enough to do a crank it up? I don't know. Cameron Smith, the 88. Up to the Cameron. We're gonna find out. Gary, okay, so he is he went a lap down. 13 gets around. Cameron comes up. And maybe he's just letting everybody go by. Don't know. His speed, though, did drop. Boy, that could have been bad. All right, back up to speed, though. I have no idea, actually, what Cameron was doing. Michael Y'all Road, though, P5. Look where he started. Good, folks, you can't count out anybody. Started in 18th. And right now, that Aflac machine is rolling. He just ducked his way into 5th. Right, Brandon Hartwell, Clifton, John Held, Jim Coleman-Sperger. Ooh, get a little tight there. Clifton all over the 25, literally. Got a good run, a little bit of a breakaway. Now John is going to have to deal with Clifton. Jim right there behind him. And Brad Delph. And look who's coming back. Got it right. That 22 of Chris Paff. Now behind the 14 of Brad Delph. He's making his way back up through the field. One car at a time. 14 takes it low. 3 wide into 1. And we're gonna not stay 3 wide. Whoa! 14 and the 11 almost made contact there. Might have made a little bit, but both of them saved it. Good job. And Chris did get around him. Mike Rhino and Jeff Gilmore pretty close together. Following each other in the draft. really, right now, that's all I'm seeing. I mean, Jim Colbensberger, you know, this group right here that we was just on, I think if anything was to happen, it would probably happen right here, and I hate saying that, but, you know, when these guys are so close together like this, any slight movement in the wrong direction, well, we know, we've already seen it, you know, twice out here tonight. Harry still leading. Isaiah and Kyle in P2. Isaiah P3. A bit further back. Who is that up here? That is the 88 of Cameron Smith with our leaders. Cameron just so happens to be 3 laps down, but he's only been out here 2 laps on this set of tires. Alrighty, folks, 61 of 100. Should be getting close to some pit stops here. But when I reset ATVO, I lost that. So I don't know how many more laps they can go. All road. Al trying the outside line. In 5th. Trying to run down David. I think right now tires. I think the tires are playing a factor on getting around each other. I think they've kind of wore themselves out. We'll see. Times have really shown themselves, so Darrow back to the inside. He is going to get around David Cassidy. So Michael up to 4th, David back to 5th. And looks like Cassidy is going to do a crossover here. Can he complete it? That's the big question. No. Michael is still going to have that position at the line, down into 1. Looks like Paff and Delph going at it back here. That would be for the top 10 position. They get hooked up and help each other. I would say, well, with the tires right now, though, I don't think it'd be a good idea. Maybe, you know, fresh tires, get hooked up together and just run everybody down. Even the 22's having a little bit of issues getting around the 14. He's pushing up. And, man. Way up there. We'll keep an eye on it, though. The timing screen here, folks. For everybody that don't know, a little bit of insight. This is what I use. As you see, I'm on Jeff Gilmore here. When I go to, let's say, Robbie Darnell, it switches. And, of course, our leaders up front. I can do this with anybody. That's how we do a little bit of kind of the back side of things. For everybody new to MaxspeedTV that don't know how it's done. All right, pit stops. Jeff Gilmore down pit road. Alvin Miller down pit road. I knew we were getting close. Terry DeGay coming down pit road. We'll see the next group or few drivers come down. I'm not seeing anybody this time. Put a blimp view here. We'll be able to see who comes down pit road now. Look like anybody's coming down, to be honest with you. I would see it in the timing screen with the speed drop, but yeah, nobody. They're just hanging out, folks. When we hit lap 70, lap 71, it'll hit us at 30 to go. I believe, yeah, they can go 30 laps, so that would get them to regulation at least. I don't know if it'd do it for a green, white, checkered attempt. It might do one, but it wouldn't do two for sure. Watching it, folks. Keeping an eye out on it. That's all I'm doing. Now, Robbie Darnell did come down pit road. He's going to be off the way. Here comes John Held this time. Chris Paff also down pit road. Both things are starting to heat up. So it looks like Gary is not coming down. Kyle, Isaiah, Brandon, Michael. So I'm not seeing anybody in the top 5. So John Hill and Chris Paff is going to be off and away here. They are just now coming off of pit road. I'll have to go all the way around the track, though, or all the way to the back stretch. Past that blue cone, and you'll see it there. Get back out on track. Mike Rhino, Philip Bridgman, Robert Chiswick down pit road. Somebody might have got a little hot coming down pit road. Now, David Cassidy might have got a little hot. There's some smoke coming off that car. Well, he didn't get a speeding penalty. Maybe he just locked the brakes up. Kevin Roy. Oh, Kevin! He smacked the wall, no caution. Kevin Cassidy is also on pit road, but we got to find out what happened to Kevin here, folks. Something happened to Kevin Roy. He came out of 4 through the tri-oval, V-shaped oval, I should say. It's not quite a tri-oval. Oh, he cut the grass and a hard lick. Oh, no caution. What happened? There was nobody around him. Did he get loose? And I don't know. He just went left. And bow, right into the wall. Oh, okay. Well, as we were looking at that, Gary Slapinski, Kyle Heath, Michael Yalro, Jim Comensberger, Joshua Small, Jason Adams were down pit road. So that did give the lead up to Isaiah Sutherland, Brandon Hartwell, and Brad Delph, P2 and P3. Those two, along with John Henderson, the only drivers that have yet to come down pit road. And it looks like Isaiah and Brandon are coming down now. Yes, they are. I would expect Brad to come down as well. Yep, here he comes. That will give, if he can get back around the track here, that would give Jeff Gilmore the lead. Got to get around the track, though. It's on the back stretch. He'll be making his way down into 3 right now. Isaiah just now getting into his pit box. Brad Delph is just now getting to his pit box. Brandon Hartwell is in his pit box, but here comes Jeff Gilmore here, folks. He will retake the lead here momentarily. He did not lead that lap, but he is back up front. Kyle, P2. Right now, John Held, P3. Mike Rhino, P4. And Michael Yalro, P5. I'm going to let everything finish up cycling through here, and then we'll go back through the drivers here tonight where everybody is setting. But coming down to 3/4 of the race here tonight. Big shout out to everybody out there tuning in here tonight. We're looking at 13 likes right now, just too shy from 15 here tonight, 7 shy from that 20 like mark. And I know we can hit that 20 like mark. Let's shoot for 15 here, folks. We're 2 away from it. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Appreciate the league, Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series. My mind just went blank. Robbie Darnell for doing what he's doing over here. Of course, you know, he's got his hands full, and a big shout out to him. He deserves the shout out. So taking over admin duties and stuff like that, it's not easy. But we have a new leader here tonight. That is Kyle Heath. He did get around Jeff Gilmore. And a big shout out to, well, Sim Racing Unleashed themselves, all the drivers out here that tune in and show up each and every week. Those that are unable to make a race, you know, they're out in chat. Thank you to all of our moderators out there, Tara and Brendan. I know you two are out there. I don't know if any more is out there. I know Mara Clark, she tunes in from time to time. She's one of our other mods as well. And, you know, you guys do it for free. You know, you guys were, you know, I wouldn't say elected to do it, but, you know, you guys were there, so I do appreciate it. All right, well, Kyle Heath is coming up on Gary Slapinski. Now, Gary is on the lead lap. He's actually the last driver on the lead lap here. And, well, the leader is right behind him. About a lap difference between the two. Gary's been out here, what shows 4 laps, and Kyle's been out here 5 laps, not 1 lap, 5 laps. So, about a lap difference. See who burns their stuff up here. Now, John Held is going to get around Jeff Gilmore for P2. So let's go ahead and go down through the field here real quick. Now, Kyle Heath up at the top. John Held in second. Jeff Gilmore in third. Yalro in fourth. Cassidy in fifth. Rhino in sixth. Paff seventh. Hartwell in eighth. Sutherland ninth. And Darnell in 10th. Ashley in 11th. Delph in 12th. Adams 13th. Bridgman 14th, Small 15th, Comensberger in 16th. Calvin Miller in 17th. Robert Chiswick in 18th. And Gary Slapinski in 19th. Last driver on the lead lap, like I said. 2 laps down, Cameron Smith in 20th. Terry DeGay 21st, 4 laps down. And John Henderson in 22nd, likewise 4 laps down. Lost Kevin Roy, Matthew Hunsaker, and Larry Blair out here tonight. I know that we had a few that did not start here this evening. Still yet. Pretty good fill. Here we go. Lap 81 here, folks. You know what that is. 20 to go here tonight. All right, Kyle pulling away from Yarrow, but Yarrow P2 held P3, and he's got company right now with Brandon Hartwell and David Cassidy. We're going to keep an eye on this. I'm still here, not gone anywhere. $18 to go, folks. Well, next week on the schedule, we go to, well, a little bit of short track racing. Richmond 200 for 200 laps, 150 miles. That's going to be interesting for sure. We do know, and I'm going to bring it up again, short track, well, the one short track that we did when we went to Phoenix, and there was several cautions there. There was 18 cautions. That was for round number 2. And then, of course, nobody wants to remember Martinsville, but we got to talk about it because that ended up 20 cautions there. Richmond, it's a short track. What are we going to see there? You're going to see that same thing, or you know, they're going to change it up. Maybe just get those laps wound down and, you know, finish out the race. I don't know. I won't know until next week. So, I know in the back of these drivers' minds, folks, and even in the back of mine, gotta remember those other 2 short tracks. They was not pretty. And Robbie knows I keep it real. So, I think that's why these guys like me so much, because I'm going to talk about it. 16 to go. Oh, man, my Southern came out there. Wow. Delete that. I don't really want anybody to hear it. Oh, holding on. He's led 10 laps. They trying to get up there. Let me see. He is gaining time on Brandon Hartwell. We'll keep an eye on Isaiah here. He's only about a second and a half or a little over. Right now, Brandon Hartwell is in that last podium spot. If he can hang on to it and we don't get a caution. And I know I just said the bad word. Tara is out there. Shut up about the cautions. Ain't that right, Tara? guys know me too well. When I mention something, it usually happens. I hope it doesn't, but, you know. Hey, it's all in good fun. I enjoy doing it. I don't like seeing the yellows, but I mean, like, you know, like Brendan says, we're gonna have them, you know, and it may not be pretty, but, you know, it's gonna happen at some point. And don't get me wrong, I've seen races with these guys even that we go green, you know. We don't have a caution. The only caution we get is the stage caution. So, you have a little bit of both. I've been doing this for going on almost, well, next August, it'll actually be, I think, 7 years. I started in 2016. Yeah, it'll be 7 years I've been doing this. And a lot of people throughout the years. And some people I just, you know, we'll talk to them, but, you know, you run across those from time to time. Right now, folks, ain't nothing really going on right now. I mean, everybody just really holding on for what they have left here and trying to get this race completed. I'm watching the speeds. I'm making sure, you know, nobody, you know, goes from 150 or 190 miles to, like, you know, 50 miles an hour. That's usually one of two things, either a wreck or somebody coming down pit road. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on the speeds out here. And for any, you know, potential unknown yellows, I know we've had a few of those in the past where you just don't know where it came from. Usually it's, you know, sometimes it's iRacing, it'll throw one, or sometimes it's a mistake by an admin pressing the wrong daggum button. You know, I've pretty much seen it all. I've even seen the winner of the races drive backwards for their victory lap. Yeah, literally, in reverse, all the way around the track. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but he knows exactly who I'm talking about. All right, well, Yarrow still in P2. Brandon just a little over, man, 0.7 of a second behind him. Isaiah is not gaining any more ground on Brandon Hartwell. We are at that 9 to go. We are under 10, folks. Under 10 to go here tonight. Now, I kind of like it on Sunday nights. It start earlier, we finish earlier. I mean, it's only, what, basically almost coming up on 9:30 Eastern. It's 8:21 my time, so I am Central. And Cal Heath, he's going to take the 8 to go. I would love to know what his tires are. Gary Slapinski, I just, man, you know, okay. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Robert Chiswick needs a caution. He's a lap down. As long as he's not involved in it, he would get that lap back. Gary, I don't know what he's thinking, but if I was in his shoes, I would be hoping for a caution. You know, just to, you know, get back up there, you know, figure out a plan, a strategy, because right now at this point, he is not going to catch the leaders. We got to battle up here with the 72 and the 17. John Held and David Cassidy, that is for 5th. That's only me, though, if I was in Gary's, you know, situation. Well, Cameron would like to see, I would say, well, oh, he's coming down pit road, he just hit a cone. That's going to be an unsafe pit entrance. Can't hit that cone. Caught that live on MaxspeedTV, folks. Oh. 7 to go. It'll be 6 to go. This time by. Brandon maybe gaining a little bit on Michael, but not much. About 3/10. Right there in the draft of Michael Yarrow. We'll see here if Hartwell can somehow manage to get around the 99. David Cassidy and John Held, though. Look at that. Door to door. 72-17. We're going to make this interesting for a top 5 finish. But look who's coming behind them, too. That is the 22 of Chris Paff. Chris has got help, sort of, with the 34 of Mike Rhino, so we're going to have to watch it. Keep an eye on it. Here comes the 22. Now Chris. For enough laps. Maybe somehow get around. Oh! Little bumpy from the 72 to the 17. Little love tap. Saying, hey, I'm right here. What is that 22 thinking? Right now he's thinking, I'm just going to stay out here on the high side and maybe get around the 72 here. Oh, that helped the 17, though, a little bit. And here comes the 72, 22. Is he going to cross it over here? Go down? About to find out. Yes, he did. I had a feeling that 22 was going to do that. Man, Chris has been... He's fighting. 4 to go, folks. 3 to go next time by. I'm not really worried about Kyle at this point. He's, unless we get a caution, folks, he's gone. He's, yeah. You do potentially have that battle up here for P2 between Brandon Hartwell and Michael Yarrow. There goes Brandon around that 99 Aflac machine. And, yep, like Chris, 99, he's going to use every inch of this track, even the apron here. 3 to go. They're not going to catch Kyle. Kyle he's gone. He shot out like a cannon, and he didn't look back. Still a battle for that P2 spot, though. And it way low. Yarrow goes way high. See if Yarrow can get the run here. Ah, man, nope. Well, that's it. 2 to go. Next time by, white flag will be in the air. And can we get to the white flag? And with everybody doing some little love tapping out here tonight late in the race, I guess we'll find out. All Cal has got to do is get to the white flag. White flag flies, and then they pile it up somewhere. Well, it's over. They just race it back to the line, and whoever is in whatever position, that's what happens. But coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be the Me Marie Designs 13 taking the white flag here tonight. Almost said taking the win. Whatever happens now happens. All right, they're racing it up back here, though. But we're going to go ahead and get up to the front because now I can actually say it. Out of turn number 4, the Me Marie Designs here, folks, will grab his first win here this season. Here tonight, Kyle wins it. Brandon Hartwell in P2. Michael Yarrow, P3. That is our podium. Isaiah will take P4. And hang on a minute. Let me look at it. I think Chris Paff just took the top 5. Let's get an instant replay back here. That was 3 wide and very close. I think it might have even been 4 wide. Hang on. Let's look. It might have been 3. Possibly, yeah, it was I think 3 wide here, and that 22 is going to take it low, way low. And at the stripe here, yep, for that top 5, it's the 22 of Chris Paff. Alrighty, folks. Well, let's get back up here to our top 3 here tonight. Al Heath, Brandon Hartwell, and Michael Yarrow. Hang tight, folks. We're going to get them up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. You don't want to miss it. Hang tight. Alrighty, folks, we're back. We've caught up. Well, I mean, I can't interview Michael Yarrow. He don't talk, but congratulations to Michael Yarrow on a P3. We're going to go ahead and interview P4 out here tonight in place of P3. But we're going to start here with the Me Marie Designs 13. Kyle, man, it wasn't really without a fight. It was, you had a fast car all night long. We seen it. Man, when those tires wore off, it was just so difficult to get around anybody, even on the, the high side, low side. You definitely had to get that run to get around it. But man, talk about your race and man, your first win of the season.
Heck yeah, I'm very happy about getting my first win. I knew if Gary got black flag coming into the pits, and if it weren't for that, I knew it would have been a battle between me and him, because we pretty much checked out. I tried all I could just to get around him pretty much all race, honestly. Once when I caught up to him, I tried to get around him the best I could, even coming to the I think it was the stage break. I tried all I could just to get that position from him. But I drove my tail off tonight, and it's very hard to get around somebody. That clean air means a world of difference. That's for sure. So I was trying every line I could just to get around Gary.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. Clean air definitely makes a world of difference, but, being up front, also hurts in a sense because or anybody, if you're the leader and you're gone, yeah, you got the clean air to help, but you're burning off more of your tires and your fuel, even at Michigan. You've got to really be careful.
Never got to be careful. I didn't really change much what I did once I got leave for the rest of the race. I pretty much tried to stay my same line out. Um, fuel mileage, I'm glad it didn't come to an issue other than that first stage. Yeah, yeah, it was getting close to being iffy on that, but good thing those cautions came out. They kind of put a wrinkle in those feathers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So well, we seen it. So you and Gary just stayed out, and tried to go, but man, Hunsaker, dude, he just tore the tail end off y'all because he did pit. He had fresh tires, and he come around that track. It took him a little bit to get around you and Gary, but once he did, he was gone. He checked out. There was nothing y'all could do.
After that, it was just a battle for second spot, pretty much.
Yeah, well, man, congratulations on the win out here tonight, bud. And we're gonna go ahead and talk about next week's race. We've had 2 short track races already. Neither one of them was the best of the best. Phoenix round 2 and then Martinsville. I've got to bring it up because we go to Richmond next week. And how do you feel about Richmond? Because is it gonna, go green? Is it gonna, what's gonna happen in your opinion next week? Because it could end up being a Phoenix or a Martinsville all over again.
I don't know. It's kind of tit for tat. Um, Richmond. I haven't fared too well at Richmond at all, especially with these cars. I have a bad problem with these cars for some Richmond. Um, I'm just I'm hoping just to not have any incidents. I had a bad incident at Martinsville a couple times, so I'm hoping to redeem myself on a shorter track. So at least get a good finish. That's all I can ask for.
Oh yeah, just get a decent finish for sure. Well, with the win out here tonight, bud, your first to win. Now you got a little bit momentum going forward, so that definitely does help.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm so ecstatic getting my first win this season. It took a while. I've been there, didn't quite seal the deal.
Yep. Well,
So, couple top 5s right now. At the beginning of the season, I could not get a top 5 to save my life. I've gotten a couple of top 5s here in the past couple of weeks, so I'm hoping to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, definitely so, for sure. Well, Kyle, I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory here tonight. Get ready for Richmond, bud.
Yeah, man. I want to give a big shout out to you putting this on. Big shout out to SRU. Great league to race in. It's been a blast. I mean, this is my second full season in the Cup cars, and it's been hell on wheels. Uh, I want to thank my teammates. They big help. Hartwell, he was up there. Isaiah, he battled back for sure to get a top 5 finish after his black flag at the beginning. Not going to talk too much about that right now. You got the podium on that one.
Yeah.
Give a big shout out to my wife. She holds my house together, and her business is my car. I try to spread her word for MeMarieDesigns.com. Um, business been doing good for right now, so I'm happy that that's going good for her.
All right, bud. Sorry, I'm eating peanuts.
Oh, good.
Yeah, man. Awesome job out here tonight on the win, bud. But hey, we'll see you next week, man. Congratulations again.
Take care, buddy.
And thank you. All right. Well, that is going to bring us to our P2 here tonight. That is going to be the Red Bull machine of Brandon Hartwell. Brandon, man, what you got a podium finish out here tonight. I'm looking at the point standings. You were down a spot in the 4th coming into tonight. And, you're going to bounce back in some points, man. But, man, talk about the racing out here tonight. I mean, it was a lot of side-by-side. Once the tires were off, though, well, there was really nothing going on. Man, we got to hear from you.
Yeah, it was really about conserving that right front and then being able to pass a lot of cars because they weren't able to do the same thing. I really wasn't able to do it that good, but it felt like I had a decent long run car.
So, were you more on a shorter top, wanted a shorter run, or did you want it to go, longer distances?
Oh yeah, I was favoring the longer distances. I mean, I've always been decent at saving my stuff for the longer run, but there's sometimes I just go like crazy and burn them up. But tonight it was well. I love Michigan, and I knew I'd figure out how to get around here decently.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite 2 mile tracks, actually. So I love Michigan as well. And talk about the pitch strategy there. After the stage, everybody, kept it relatively clean. There was some bumping and banging going on. And then green flag pit stops, but we always love to see them. But that is the most dangerous portion, in my opinion, of a race is green flag pit stops. Everybody jostling around, trying to figure out when and where they're going to come down, to put their strategy in play. What was your mindset seeing that? And it actually went through several times.
Oh yeah, I know I was on Isaiah's bumper majority of that run before we pitted, and the leaders went, and I was like, oh man, I got like one lap of fuel left. We gotta go, and come down. And I was just being cautious, not wanting to send Isaiah through the grass or something. But good win by Kyle, teammate 1-2. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Brandon. You really, once Kyle took off, you really didn't even have a shot. He beat you by 6.5 seconds. So he would have had to majorly screw up for you to catch him. And I'm just being blunt and honest.
Oh yeah, I know, and I'm glad to see Kyle win. I'll finish second though, teammate.
Yep, and teammate 1-2. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you the same thing, bud. The first 2 short tracks we went to this season, not the best. Not what SRU is known for. 18 cautions at Phoenix for round 2, and then Martinsville, we hit 20. Talk about Richmond, bud. I mean, what's it going to be like knowing that in the back of your head, 2 short track races wasn't the prettiest, and now we're back at another one? I got to hear it from you.
I honestly hope we can get a good race because Richmond is a really fun track. Um, I have high hopes. I don't want to think we're gonna have 20 cautions because that's really boring sitting behind the wheel for that many cautions. It's yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but I'm a when it comes to racing, I'm a blunt guy. So, and I gotta be because it's happened, and it's happened twice. I hope it doesn't happen that way, but it definitely could. We'll see what Richmond holds. Richmond is a great track. I personally don't like racing at Richmond, but I love calling the races because man, if you get those drivers out there and they race clean but hard, you definitely can have some battles at Richmond.
Oh yeah, definitely a good track to battle some people.
All righty, buddy. Well, with that being said, man, any final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate P2 here tonight?
Shout out to the league for putting on a hell of another good show. Thank you for putting on a awesome broadcast every week. I go back and watch the races every week. So, and teammates for having a good show, good race.
Yes, sir, buddy. We will see you next week at Richmond, bud. All right. Well, that was Brandon Hartwell here tonight. Of course, Michael Yarrow P3. But you know what, folks? We're gonna talk to him here tonight. He did end up in a 4th and a great comeback by that number 1. And I'm not bringing him up here to pick on him, but I'm bringing him up here because, okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm bringing him up here to pick on him a little bit. I'll say we got to talk about the race because you just made I think one of the biggest comebacks that I have ever seen after the start of the race here tonight. Grabbing the pole, and you kind of went a little bit too early. You just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you were just too excited or what, but and talk about it. You managed to get through it, and you came back grabbing a P4. We got to hear it from you.
Yeah, I got spaghetti arms right now as we speak. No, I think it's the interview curse, Josh. I think it hit me. It struck again.
Oh, well,
Um, no, the rule is restarts are in the restart zone. How we do things now. However, um, the first restart of the race, you always wait to the green.
The initial green that to start the
Yep.
race has to go on green.
Yes, every other restart after that, it's up to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
As long as you're in that Geico restart zone. If you're not in the Geico restart zone and you go, well, you know what happens.
Yep. So, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not familiar with starting on the pole. I might have done it my entire uh season, last season, my full season, and this season. I'm not a qualifier. I can qualify top 10, top 5. I usually don't qualify a pole. I race better than what I qualify. So, it's just inexperience of starting on the pole, to be honest with you. I know it sounds crazy, especially since I won the championship last year, but I'm not good on the pole, and I'm just not used to it. And I got in my head and got excited, and I just hit the gas a little too early, Josh. So
Yeah, well,
that is what happened.
it happens to the best of us. I mean, look what happened to Gary here tonight, unfortunately. He got a black flag, too. So I don't know. I think it might have been speeding on pit road or something. I don't know. That's just from what I heard. He ended up getting a black flag, and it happens to everybody. Now, it probably happened to me, because I haven't raced in years. I come out here and grab the pole, I'd probably do the same daggum thing,
Yep.
Yeah. But talk about the overall race, man. I mean, it was great. You had a lot of battles that you had to overcome coming back up through the field. I mean, you had Chris there, David held. You were coming up, you were gaining a little bit on Yarrow, but I don't think there was enough laps to get you up there for P3. But yeah, I mean, you had Chris, you had David, and then you kind of, when you got around Chris, you gained a little bit on him. But talk about those battles, bud.
Yeah, I mean, it was honestly, circumstances were tough. I mean, anytime you go a lap down, it's real easy to get in your head, and you got to go in the pits and serve it. So you usually hurry up. You're like, I got to hurry up, and then you speed in the pits, you get another penalty. So I knew, like, hey guys, I got a black. I'm gonna go in a pit. Took my time, and I just knew there would be a caution. Something told me there'd be a caution. So we had a caution about 25 laps in, and that really helped a lot. Got me
Yeah.
on the lead lap, and after that, man, it was just, I love this league. It's so many good competitors. It's no easy ride.
No.
You don't go to the back and think you're going to get in the front in 2 laps. You're not. You won't even do it in 10 laps. So it was fun battling everybody. I
Well,
mean, for last place, it's tough. Last, 15th, 12th, it don't matter. So had a lot of fun. I just knew with all that dirty air and
Yeah.
the traffic that I would just lift early, let it roll to the bottom, and try to pass them that way, and that worked. The only bad thing about it is when I had finally pitted after the stage, I went in, got tires and everything. I think I came out 15th after the stage. And the only thing is when I drove up to third, I had my tires were gone. I mean,
oh,
that was just moving through traffic, high side, low side. It tore my tires up. So Gary and Kyle were running away from me, and there's nothing I could do about it, and that really hurt me. I think I could have had a chance to possibly win, given the circumstances of me not burning my tires off. I could hang with them and pit with them and see what happens. But uh, fun battles all over the track. It was really tough. I didn't think I would recover as well as I did. So I'm blessed for that one, and my points still should be looking good. And everyone put on a good race, and honestly, I'm happy with fourth. How the race started, I will take fourth.
you you will definitely take fourth for sure, man. Well, awesome job. Now I'm just gonna ask you the same thing that I've asked the other two. We do go to another short track next week. We know how Phoenix went. We know how Martinsville went. Another short track, bud, on the schedule. Richmond. It can produce awesome racing, but it could also produce, well, you know what? How do you feel about Richmond?
I love short track racing. I mean, it just goes to show. I won Martinsville last season. I won Richmond last season, um, and in another league that I ran last season, I won Richmond, won Martinsville. I love short track racing, so I have high hopes. And to be honest with you, Josh, I do remember last season when we ran at Richmond, it was actually not many cautions. I want to say maybe we had 4 or 5. Not many. Martinsville is going to always produce a handful of cautions and sometimes a lot because of the braking. With Richmond, it's a short track, but you spread out, if that makes any sense. The top 5 to top 10 will spread out at some point, and
Yeah.
that always happens there. But I love that track a lot. I love short track racing. It's some of my favorite racing to do. So um, honestly, I'll take this fourth tonight, and I'm much happier with the track next week, and hopefully we can get a win.
I'm just looking at the stats from last season at Richmond. You bringing that up, I had to go back and look. It was actually 7 cautions, and I think we had a stage last season's as well. So I don't know if it ended under. We had 7 in total. Okay, so out of 250 laps. Now we're not doing 250 laps this season. We're only doing 200. So a little bit of changes, but we don't know exactly what the caution count number. So 7 cautions at Richmond is not bad. Hopefully,
No, not at all.
maybe we can go with maybe 5 cautions or, well, none at all.
Yeah, and I can't remember if you've got the results. I think I finished 4th or 3rd that race. I might be getting different leagues confused.
Okay,
I ran in another league
let's
last
see here.
week,
Let me
or
look
last
at it
season.
again. So you won it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting my leagues confused. But
I
yeah,
believe Richmond. Yeah,
we did
Isaiah.
good
Yeah,
at Richmond.
yeah. You beat Mark Whitley. Grabbed the pole, and you won the race. You led 115 laps.
That's right. That's right. I was getting my leagues confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's I love something about short track racing. It's very technical. You gotta have good throttle control, and I think that just comes with my dirt racing background. I like loose tracks. I like short tracks, and they kind of go hand in hand. So I feel good. I feel good about next week. I'm really excited to get there.
Well, I'm excited to go there too to see exactly what happens.
Who knows? I might finish last and 2 laps down, but we'll see.
We'll see. Well, Isaiah, the Sutherland Used Cars #1 machine here tonight. You know the drill. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate. You're very welcome to come back P4 here tonight.
Yeah. Shout out to my arms for hanging on, my wheel for hanging on tonight because I put them through the ring. I'm trying to work myself up through there. So shout out to my technology and my muscles that I don't have. Shout out to my parents, always watching the races. Got some family and friends that watch. Shout out to Al Heath's nephew, Aiden. He usually watches this, so shout out to him. Uh, Biggest shout out to my team at BFR Motorsports. I love every single one of those guys. Al, he brought it home tonight. He was definitely him or Gary were the car to beat. Brandon, one of our guys in BFR. He had such a good long run car, and he definitely deserves that second. He could have made things interesting if we had a caution. I promise you. Everybody else, Robbie, Jason Adams, Larry Blair, who had misfortune, his internet went out tonight. He definitely had.
That's what happened. I just dropped, and I was like, "What?" Because it's not like Larry just to disappear like that.
No, and he's been having internet issues, but biggest shout out to him. He definitely had a good car tonight. He was looking forward to the race, so we missed him. We hate that happened, but he'll be back next week. So shout out to those guys. Veterans Day. It's not today, but we had recognized it a couple of days ago. So shout out to all the veterans out there. We highly thank you for your service. Um, let's see who else. Who else, Josh? Shout out to you guys at MaxspeedTV. You guys do a wonderful job. We love going back and watching the streams. And all the fans that tune in every week and watch us nut jobs go circles real fast.
I think you might have forgotten one, and that's probably one of the most important ones. So you might want to get to it.
I better, or my family's gonna whoop my butt.
Yeah.
My uncle's car lot, Northwest Tennessee, at Sutherland Used Cars. If you need yourself a used car, a nice car, go to Facebook and search Sutherland Used Cars. They have more cars on the lot than what you see on Facebook, but there is contact information there. Again, it's located in Northwest Tennessee, Union City, Tennessee, Sutherland Used Cars. And lastly, Virtual Academy is on my car. If you are a active duty or a retired officer, you can sign up and do courses online for $69.99 a year. And you can sign up at subscriptions.virtualacademy.com/subscriptions.
All righty, Isaiah. Awesome job. Great comeback. Grabbing a top 5 and 4th here tonight. On to Richmond.
On to Richmond. Let's go have fun next week.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. Yep. See, bud. Well, that was Isaiah Sutherland here, folks. P4 here tonight. Let's go ahead and get them down here. I believe this is going to be the official results. Do believe they have the points updated. So let me just go make sure before I do make it official. All right. So everything's been updated, pending any, penalty points or whatever the case may be that they have to do. But as of right now, this is official. What you're about to see is Kyle Heath grabbing the win out here tonight. His first win of the season. Awesome job by Kyle in the Meme Redesigns 13. His teammate there, Brandon Hartwell, 1-2 here tonight. Brandon in second. Third goes to, of course, Michael Yarrow. Couldn't talk to him tonight, but still yet, nonetheless, congratulations to Michael on P3. Isaiah, who we just talked to, great comeback by him in fourth after the big mishap there at the beginning of the race. Decided to jump the gun just a hair and, sent him all the way back. He had to come down from a lap down. And, well, he's going to grab that fourth spot here tonight. Chris Paff, great comeback by Chris. He'll finish in the top 5. David Cassidy in 6th. John held 7th. Mike Rhino in 8th. Brad Delph in 9th, grabbing the top 10. Jeff Gilmore grabbing the top 10 in 10th. Clifton Ashley in 11th. Jason Adams 12th. Jim Coleman-Sperger 13th. Joshua Small 14th. Robbie Darnell grabbing the top 15 here tonight. Philip Bridgman in 16th. Gary Slapinski, a little bit of a mistake. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I did hear, as you guys heard, black flag of some sort. So it sent him back, and, well, unfortunately, he's going to grab 17th here. Calvin Miller in 18th. Another note on Gary Slapinski. He will lead the most laps here tonight. So wanted to make that clear. Robert Chiswick in 19th and Cameron Smith in 20th. John Henderson 21st. Terry DeGay 22nd. Kevin Roy 23rd. Matthew Hunsaker. Great stage win by Matthew. Seeing the cautions, knowing kind of what to do, and driving himself up through the field. And, of course, he got the stage here tonight. Tough break for him, though. He did take his car behind the wall. He will finish in 24th. Larry Blair, tough break for Larry, losing the internet. That dropped him back to 25th. Paul Buzz Cohen did not start, nor did Ryan Messer. But our winner here tonight, Kyle Heath, folks. Like I said, first win of the season. Well, on to Richmond next week, folks. Man, 200 laps, 150.5 miles. Well, that's going to do it here tonight for MaxspeedTV and the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.